Tonight on Nightline, splashdown. We get behind the controls to find out exactly how hard it is to land a jetliner safely on the water. It's the inside story of a miracle maneuver and the ace pilot who pulled it off.
Captain Chesley "Sully" Sullenberger has yet to tell his own story.
We'll go into the cockpit.
But today, Glenn King of NASTAR, the National Training Simulator facility near Philadelphia, took us through a simulation of what those tense moments over the Hudson River may have been like. How slim was his margin of error?
His margins were very slim.
It was 3:30 yesterday afternoon when Captain Sullenberger took off from LaGuardia Airport in New York. His Airbus A320 was carrying 150 passengers and 5 crew members bound for Charlotte, North Carolina.
Climbing up out of LaGuardia at 500 feet.
Okay.
Everything at this time is normal. They're going about their business, reading their magazines, having a morning coffee.
The NTSB is investigating what caused the engines to fail. The pilot told the control tower that he'd had a double bird strike. This Air Force video shows what happens when a bird hits a plane.
He's got no engine thrust at this time.
We don't know yet what damage the plane sustained, but it could have disabled one or both engines.
He's lost all his engine power. He's making some decisions of what to do now.
They've lost power. In the flight simulator, when both engines die, you feel the plane stall. Oh, God, people are praying.
We've lost power. Now we're making our turn.
The tower is telling him, come back. He says, unable.
All right, Hudson Airport will be Teterboro.
He can see Teterboro off in the distance here. But also he sees a big, wide, watery runway.
Got no power, so basically he's a big glider, a big heavy glider.
Filled with fuel and passengers. Today there were reports that the control tower told Captain Sullenberger that he could come back to the airport. Now the tower has told him, come back to LaGuardia.
Come back to LaGuardia, he was unable.
He said unable.
Get an unable call.
They said Teterboro.
Then they say, all right, your next alternate is Teterboro. And
he said unable.
He was unable because he knew that he only had a short distance to go. He knew he didn't have the range to glide to Teterboro and make a landing on a hard surface runway.
Which is likely why, says Glenn King, Captain Sullenberger decided to land the plane in the Hudson River.
He's stretching it, try to get to the river. He's almost there. A few more seconds.
Was that the nose coming up again?
Yep, he's trying to level the plane out so it doesn't do a nosedive into the water and flip over on its back. It's a little bit of a nose-up attitude. And there's the water filling up his windscreen at this time.
How do you know you can land that plane body on the water? I mean, you almost want to do a belly flop with it, don't you?
Well, you want to skim across the top like a stone. So it skips along like a stone.
Skipping along.
And it dissipates energy as it skips. There's the impact.
Some pilot wrote today that calling him a hero really isn't necessary because this is what he is trained to do. He was doing his job. What do you think?
Exactly right. I'm sure he's a very modest individual, doesn't like to face the praise that he deserves, but he was doing his job, and he's doing the job he was trained to do, and he did it very well.
This is Vicki Mabry for Nightline in New York.